It's October, which is coming into the fall or the holiday season, and I know people start to think about like Christmas gifts and stuff. I know I don't. I usually wait till like December, but some people like to get their shopping done early. So I've been getting some comments and some messages about like what I guess men or people in the trades want for like Christmas would be a good Christmas gift. So I made this list and I broke it down into different categories. I did under 10, under 20, under 50, under 150, and then under 200. So options for everybody's budgets. And a lot of the stuff is actually like the under 150, a lot of it was a lot closer to 100, but I just kind of did it under 150 because maybe it was 101, 103. So just a little bit closer to 100. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. There's links to everything down below. Check them out. Some of the links will be affiliate links, which I would get a small percentage of. Not all of them, but most of the Amazon ones would be. So if you guys click those links, that would help out the channel. Okay, so for the under $10 category, we're gonna start here by the grill. So the first one is this. This is the Three Little Pigs Kansas City Champion BBQ Rub. So this stuff is really, really great. As you can tell, it's pretty low. I picked this up actually at Tractor Supply last year around Thanksgiving. They were discounting it because all the barbecue stuff was gone. So it was discounted for I think it was like $4.99, but on Amazon, this is $9.99 as of right now. And this stuff's great. It even says here on it that you can put it on beef, chicken, pork, fish. I basically put this on everything. This stuff works really good. It tastes really good. It's kind of like a mix between Pappy's, but it's not as much salt. It's 0 calories, and I mean, who doesn't like seasoning? I literally put this stuff on everything. So any kind of a grilling seasoning would be great. You don't have to get this one, but this is just the one that I get. But just look, grilling seasoning. If you're near an Academy is great for seasonings. Cabela's or Bass Pro has tons of seasonings. Even your local grocery store. HEB is good if you're in Texas, but just look at your local grocery store. Just look for some seasonings. That's a great under $10 gift idea. All right, so for our under 20, I want to show these Morakniv, which I think that's how you say it. I'm not really sure, but knives. So this one is a Morakniv. It's a 511 basic, and this one is a Morakniv chisel knife. So this one right now on Amazon is $15.50, and this one is 14 bucks. It's $13.96. So they came with the plastic sheath, has the belt clips. They both came with that. They are made in Sweden. We'll start with this one. This one's the chisel knife, and they come in. The handles are the same, but they come with different colors. This one just so happens to be green. So it's shaped like a chisel on this end, and then it's got a knife blade right here. This is great. Woodworking. I actually keep this in my tool belt for if you got to clean up something really nice, or this would be a good knife for like if you're doing some remodeling or something around the house and you need a little bit of a chisel, and then you also need a knife blade. One thing though is they are really high carbon steel. So like you can see it's probably already starting to rust right here. This is just from being out. They're really high carbon steel, but if you keep it clean and keep it dry, you won't really have that problem, and that will probably buff out anyway. Here's the basic. This one's the 511 in black, so this one's a little bit rusty too. You can see that just because I think this one got washed and didn't get dried all the way, but we can clean that up. They are super sharp. They're they're very high carbon steel. They're made in Sweden, and it's got a very comfortable handle with the front. What do they call that? Like the front hilt, I guess. And then there's even a little hilt on the back. And it has this little like button. I don't know if you could hit on that, but I know I've seen like these, like somebody use a chisel knife and hit on the back with these. So this is a great gift for under 20 bucks. And there's a bunch of other styles of knives too, but check out the Morakniv on Amazon. And as far as I know, they all come with these really nice plastic sheaths. We use this one for chickens. We've used this one in our chicken videos, and then I actually use this one in the kitchen all the time. And it's a great outdoor knife as well. If you have like camping or hunting or something, this would be a great knife, and they're not very expensive at all.
Gifts under 50.
I wanted to talk about the Stanley stuff. So some of the bigger Stanley, like this is the 20-ounce tumbler, but some of the 40 and the 60-ounce tumblers are a little bit more than $50, but there's plenty of Stanley stuff that's under $50. So these are the beer cups. These are like 10 bucks, and they come in all kinds of different colors. These are great. I use this for just around the house if I don't care about having a lid. These coffee cups I would definitely recommend. So I just picked this one up today. We were at Cabela's today and I picked this one up new just because of this one. So this is like the blue or the gray color. So I've noticed that any of the ones that are not the hammer tone, I think the black hammer tone's the same. They're painted, and you're not really supposed to run these through the dishwasher, but I do it anyway because I'm lazy. But the finish has actually come off, which doesn't hurt the cup at all, but I keep finding these little pieces of paint in my coffee and just in my cup holder and stuff. So I decided to get a new one. But I would definitely recommend this, the travel mug, because this is a 16-ounce one. I have put coffee in this at 4:30 in the morning, and it still be warm at 4:30 in the afternoon. Not like, it's not as hot as when you put it in, but it's still warm and definitely drinkable. So I just picked up a new one of these, and plus I actually like the hammer tone green a little bit better. But I think this one was like $24.99 or something. These aren't that expensive. Check these up on Amazon if you want. They have different colors too. You don't have to stick to the hammer tone green. So these are great, and especially as we're kind of coming into winter, like the thermos. I don't use this in the summer just because I don't drink a lot of coffee in the summer. But when it's like cold and it doesn't get above 50 degrees out, I'll go through a whole one of these in the winter. So then this is the smaller of the thermos. Let me see here. It's the 25 ounce. The bigger one with the handle, I don't know what size it is, but that one's not that expensive either if you want. And you can look for the vintage stuff too. All this stuff is fairly new, but you can get vintage Stanley stuff, which is kind of neat. And the neat thing about these is this is actually a cup. So you can pour into here and use this as a cup if you want. And then I have this one for like Sundays or the weekends when I'm not traveling. This won't fit in a cup holder, like at least in the cup holders in my vehicles, but I like this like if you're just sitting around drinking coffee. It'll keep your coffee warm, so it's not like a regular cup, you know, won't do it. And then this one, actually I got this at a company picnic just not that long ago, but I have an older version of this, so that's why this one still has the label on it. But this is like the food jar, and it's got a big lid. You can use this as a bowl, and then you could put like, I'll definitely be using this in the winter. But you could put like soup in here. You can put, see, it's brand new still. You could put soup. You could put like clam chowder or something in here. I know that I've seen some guys on the job sites put like burritos in here. Like you can, you know, wrap up a nice warm burrito or something and just stick it in there, and it'll actually keep it warm. So it doesn't have to just be liquid foods. But I would check out any of the Stanley stuff. Most of this stuff is under 50 bucks. Some of the bigger cups are not, are more expensive, but this is the 20 ounce, and I actually really like this one. I don't know if they make this design anymore. I think they're a little bit different now, but you can still find them on eBay and stuff. And one of the things I really liked about this cup, why I bought it, there's actually a couple things, is this straw is like massive, and then there's actually water in this one, but it has this little spin thing, so then you can drink out of it, and then it'll close it off. I mean, it's not spill proof, but it'll just close it off. And then you can turn it, and then you can put the straw in it. But then the other reason I liked it is this lid screws on. It doesn't pop on like the Yetis. And they're all honestly the same. You don't have to really worry about like which one holds ice longer or whatever. One thing that I noticed personally is the 20 ounce is a little small. I'll fill this with ice and water or soda or whatever, and it's gone pretty quick. So that might be something just to get a bigger cup. But check out the Stanley stuff. All the stuff will be linked below. I would definitely recommend these travel mugs if you like coffee or tea or anything hot, because it will keep your drinks hot. So the under 75, I'm going to say, is this, not this specific flannel shirt, but just like a flannel shirt, flannel jacket. I picked this one up at Duluth. It was, I think it was like 60, maybe 65. We were at Cabela's today, and Cabela's has a ton, and they were as low as 25, as high as, I think their Carhartt ones were about 100. But I like this one. This one's a little bit thicker. They make different ones. They make thinner ones, thicker ones. This one's a little thicker. I like this one. So I personally don't wear this one for work. This one is kind of like a non-work thing. But you could totally wear this for work. Like if you wanted to and just didn't care about getting it dirty, you could get a couple of these and throw them around for work. Here in Texas, it's a little different because we only really use these about 4 months, maybe 3 months out of the year. But if you lived somewhere in a colder climate, you would probably use this thing 6-7 months a year. Or up north, I know sometimes, like I see videos of these guys in Canada that they still have these as late as May. So a nice flannel shirt would be great. flannel jacket. This is not really a jacket. This one's got the buttons. And I liked it too because it's got the very large buttons on it. It has the, I think it has two, actually I don't remember. I think it has 2 pockets. Yeah, so it's got the 2 button pockets here. Probably the mic's probably all covered. It's got the 2 button pockets here. They have tons of different prints, tons of different stuff. But check out Duluth. I really like Duluth. I'll link the Duluth website down below. And there's 2 Duluths here in North Texas. I know there's Duluths all over. I think they have about 25 stores all over the U.S. So just check around. For the under 150, I'm gonna say it's these Knipex Cobra. These are the 560s, 560 millimeters. That's the length, so 22 inches. These open up to 4.5 inches or 120 millimeters. These ones are the ones with the teeth. I will say, also I'm gonna say either these or the XXL pliers wrench, which actually I don't own the XXL pliers wrench. I do wanna get those. So the XXL pliers wrench, I'll put a picture up. Those are 133 on Amazon as of right now, and these are 101. Whoop, if I can get them, see they're that big. These are 101 on Amazon as of right now. And even if you're not a mechanic, plumbers, electricians, pretty much any tradesperson, I feel like, even a carpenter or welder, I feel like anybody could find use for these, even just around the house. Like if you got a hitch ball, you have to, you know, change a hitch ball out, you need a 2 and a 5/16 instead of a 2-inch. This would work to get that big nut off. A pipe, if you have a faucet break or something, which is a pretty big faucet, but if you have an outdoor hose break or something, you need to hold a pipe. Those clean outs, you know, like if you have to, the plumbing clean outs, the plastic ones with the big squares, I'll obviously put a picture again. These are good for that. So I feel like anybody can put these big giant 560 Knipex pliers together. I can't even get them in frame. There we go. I feel like anybody could put these 560s to use for somehow. And I'm gonna put this in the under $150 category, even though these are only 101 right now. But go check these out on Amazon. So for the under 200, I'm gonna say AirPods. So even if you're not an Apple user, the AirPods will work. They're just Bluetooth headphones. So I actually know a guy that's an Android user and he's an adamant, does not want to use iPhone, but he has these AirPods, the 3rd generations, and he loves them. I even asked him that, and he says that they're the best wireless headphones he's ever had. And there's a bunch of different variations for these. So these are not the Pros, the ones with the little rubber tips. The AirPods Pros are $250, but I'm not a biggest fan of those little rubber tips. So, but there's plenty of AirPod options that are under 200 bucks. So these are mine. These are my daily use ones. These are the AirPods 3rd generation with the wireless charging case, and these are the most expensive, minus the Pros. These are $179. And these ones are my wife's. These are the AirPods 2nd gen, no wireless charging case, and these are $129. So just the difference, these are the 2nd gens. I mean, they still work great. They're just different. The cases are a little bit different. So if you're ever curious, these ones, 1st and 2nd look the same like this, and then these are the 3rds. So I actually preferred the case like this, but the stems are a lot shorter on the newer ones. So I feel anybody can put AirPods to use. Any tradesman I know, most of them already have some kind of Bluetooth headphones, but anybody, you use them while you're driving. I use this one, and it's a Bluetooth headset. So somebody calls, you can answer, hang up right on there, listen to music, listen to podcasts. Anybody can put AirPods to use. I forgot to mention that, so if you want the AirPods 3 without the wireless charging case, it's $169. So for the extra $10, I have the wireless charging case just because I have the wireless charging pad, but that's not really an option. That's not really a necessary option. So $169, you can get these just with the regular Lightning charging case. So then the other gift under $200 is this 3D printer. So this is the original Ender 3. As of right now, this is $169 on Amazon, but they do a $10 off all the time, so it gets as low as $159. I've seen it down as low as $149. Sometimes they do a $20 off. And I just have it right here next to my 2D printer. So this is 100% stock. Well, I guess 98% stock. The only thing I added was this glass print bed, and that's like $17. But you don't need this. It's just a nice upgrade. And these things are awesome because you can do so many upgrades. The next upgrade I want to do is this. This feeder motor is all plastic. Well, the motor's not, but the top of it's all plastic. They make a metal feeder motor that goes in here, and it's only like $17. It's not very expensive. And this is a great little project because it comes in a box. You get to put it all together. So it took me about 2 hours to put together, which is kind of cool. Like I did it with the kids. So you can do all kinds of neat stuff putting this together, and then you can just print stuff for it. So one of the first things I printed was this little screen cover. Goes right here. I printed this because mine has I changed it to a full-size SD card just because that's what I wanted to do. It also comes with all these tools. It comes with the scraper, the nippers, the screwdriver, all the wrenches, and the Allen wrenches. I printed this little holder here for it. And this is a great little tool to have just to kind of mess around with, to learn 3D design if you want. You can just go to Thingiverse. There's probably 25 different websites that you can go to and just download files, and you can learn how to do it. The program they call it the slicer program. It's what makes the G code. That's free. You can just download those. There's probably 10 different ones of those, and you can get the rolls of plastic. So I prefer the Ender or the Creality rolls of plastic personally, but really any plastic works. And these are like $17. So this is the Ender 3 original, but if you want the Ender 3 V2, which looks just like this, it looks identical. It just has a different power supply, and it has a different motherboard, which motherboard is down over here. It has a different motherboard. It's right now $203. So if you want to spend a little bit more, I would say get the Ender 3 V2 because it's a way better version of this. But if the money is really what you're after, get this one. $169. I've seen it as low as $149. And the nice thing about these Ender 3s is there are so many upgrades you can do. You can change this to direct drive. You can add on to it. You can change the beds, change the power supply. You can change the motors. And everything is super affordable. So check these out on Amazon. This is the second gift that I would say under $200. Hope you guys like this video. Well, if you guys do all the algorithm stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and all that. Also, we added a new sign here, another chicken sign from the same lady that paints this one. What? Yeah, we'll link her Etsy account down below. I don't think she cut the wood out. I think she just hand paints it, but they're really, really good quality. So check those out if you're interested in that kind of stuff.